Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be such an informational video for you guys to finally understand your body and why the itch is so maddening. Does this meme resonate with you? It resonated with me so badly when I had severe eczema. Itch is one of the most maddening parts about having eczema. You feel crazy, you can't stop itching your skin. You want to be like this meme and almost itch your skin all the way down to the bone. I'm going to explain why all of this happens biologically, what the research looks like now, and make sure to wait to the end of this video because at the very end I'm going to teach you guys how to relieve the itch and how to start fixing the itch. So, if you're serious about your health, make sure to subscribe to this channel because I put out videos 2 times a week. If this meme resonates with you and it feels like a typical Tuesday night, then this video is going to really help you and empower you to have control over your skin, or at least a little bit more. I am a certified health coach and I have helped over 50 clients start feeling better and healing their skin, and I've helped countless people itch less. I have a free ebook that I'm going to talk about at the very end of this video that'll help you guys itch less in 3 days. But if you guys want all the information that I'm constantly talking about on a daily basis, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Coach Michelle Mills. I'm not sure you guys are ready for this. This is going to get very deep into research, into the biology of our bodies. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. So the very first thing that we're going to start off talking about is the simple biology of what's happening to our bodies. So basically, I'll use this image here for you guys to see the way our nerves are in our skin. So basically we have nerves, and the further up into the skin, so if you're looking at the very top layer of your skin, you have very thin nerve endings. But as it goes down, it gets a little bit thicker. So all of these run to our central nervous system. So basically they run into our spine. And they connect at very many different places in our spine, and from the spine, it goes to our brain. So that's as simple as it gets. And then it goes in reverse. So when you itch your skin, it goes to your spine, to your brain in reverse goes like that. And so when things happen, for example, like temperature changes, let's say you just got out of a really hot bath, it's that temperature change actually sends signals to the brain, and the brain tells your body to itch. So it's really interesting in that way. The second thing that I really wanted you guys to understand is that eczema is actually not histamine related. It is actually, I can't quite pronounce this word, but I'm going to put the word here, and that is what eczema, atopic dermatitis, is categorized under. So therefore, taking an antihistamine does not actually help with the itch, which is interesting because I've heard a lot of people take antihistamines, and you guys should tell me in the comments if antihistamines work for you. But according to research, it is nothing to do with histamine. In the most simple way I can put this, the reason why we itch so deeply and we can't stop itching is because of everything becoming hypersensitive. Everything is getting upregulated. And so the word for this is sensitization, and basically it's peripheral or it's central. And so peripheral is referring to kind of like the outskirts of our body, and central means the central nervous system. So everything, when you have atopic dermatitis, those 2 different types of sensitization are getting upregulated. So basically, our nerves that are on our skin are becoming way more sensitive, and our central nervous system is becoming way more sensitive as well. So while this is not fun, this is really good for you guys to understand. You're not crazy, you're not making stuff up, your itch is actually getting worse, but there's hope, so don't take that too far. Okay, I have a story for you guys, and tell me if this sounds familiar. when I had the worst eczema that I ever had, I became hypersensitive to everything. And for me, it felt like my nerves were so sensitive, which is so funny because years ago, I didn't know that that was the truth. I kept saying it felt like nerve pain. And for me, I didn't know anything about the body. And so I thought I was just saying stuff like, oh, it just like feels like nerve pain. And so what happened was I was at home and my skin was so bad. And it had been so bad for so many months that I was just so sensitive. And my dad comes up and like either tickles me in the side or does something, and I just lose it. I just start breaking down crying. And that was actually a very normal response. And it's because our nerves do become more sensitive. And there's a lot going on with this, and researchers, this is like research happening like now, right now. And one thing is we actually will scratch off the top nerves. So when I showed you this, that very top part where the nerve endings are really, really thin, when you're scratching your skin and digging into your skin, you're actually causing those to break. And when they grow back in, they are hypersensitive because they're just new growth, and that's something that these nerves do. So, with that being said, it takes 1 month for these to grow back normally. So if you can, for 1 month, pat your skin when it itches, you're gonna allow for those to grow back and you'll be way less sensitive and do way less damage to your skin. I know that's asking a lot from you guys, but I'm gonna wait till the end of this to tell you this one thing, but there is a way that you guys can get through this and stop itching your skin in the middle of the night. So pause. On the central nervous system side of everything, so the central nervous system comprises your spine and your brain. So when this becomes, like when there's sensitization of the central nervous system, what's happening is your brain is only sending signals for you to itch. Usually there's pathways that go back and forth where the brain tells you to stop itching, the brain tells you to itch. Well, when you have atopic dermatitis, your brain is only telling you to itch, and it does not tell you to stop. And it's because our bodies are adaptive and our neural pathways are getting changed and becoming hypersensitive. So something really interesting with this is when someone has sensitization of the peripheral, so for example, like the outskirts of your body, your limbs, you can, like when someone actually loses a limb, they will, or like, let's say you broke your arm and sometimes it's still sensitive. It's because of this whole, it's because there's sensitization of the peripheral. So basically, in a complicated way, our bodies are just becoming more and more sensitive. It's not a bad thing, but I just want you guys to understand the way all this is working. However, latest research thinks it's not as simple as that. Atopic dermatitis isn't just as simple as these things getting upregulated. What's happening is this. So this diagram right here is amazing, and it explains that basically the immune system it plays a part in all of this. So I think traditional medicine likes to think that things are simple and things are related to one set of systems, when in reality it's a very large, and functional doctors do a very good job at this, but it's just this very big system of so many different things going on. And so the immune system is a big player in this. So basically the immune system is going to the skin, telling the skin that there's a problem. The nerves in the skin are going off to the central nervous system, to the brain. But then the itch goes back to the immune system. So it's like an inflammation, blah, blah. So when you reduce your inflammation in atopic dermatitis, so the reason why this is so exciting to me is there's no way people can ever talk in a way where they connect atopic dermatitis to allergies. And what I mean is, they have for so long told us, oh, you're just allergic to dust, or you're just allergic to this. And so, for example, if I was around dog hair, and that's why I had atopic dermatitis, it's like we have too much research now for that to be what it is. We know that it's dealing with the immune system now. We know that it's this big interworking process of so many different body parts. So there's something called the HPA axis. And I know you guys are not following me because this is a lot of science. But basically, our adrenals, so our sex hormones, our hormones in general, are related to eczema. And the more I'm learning, I'm doing tons and tons of research, the more I'm going to tell you guys. So this was just a lot of stuff that I was learning. You can listen more. The National Eczema Association has a video that will be linked in the description down below. I have a couple research articles linked in the description as well for you guys to look into further. So now on to what you can do to start fixing these neural pathways. So you're not gonna like this answer. It's very woo-woo, but this is how I teach you guys. You can actually use your brain to, in a sense, change these neural pathways. So your thoughts, there's research that proves that your thoughts have influence over neural pathways. So creating new connections. So I just told you that our brain is only sending signals to itch. If you start thinking the opposite, so I'm gonna stop itching, this doesn't itch, stop the itch, stop the itch, and you're starting to create new patterns, positive thinking also really helps everything. What's interesting is, this is like this weird like science thing, but like let's say your eczema's on your left and your brain is like telling you to use this hand to itch, you can actually start to tell your brain no. And I did this when I had extreme eczema. I started teaching myself to stop. And now before I go to bed, if I ever get eczema or when my eczema was really bad, I think to myself, I imagine my two arms being separate because I always would tear into the other side with that. And so my thinking was, I'm not going to itch tonight. These two arms are not connected. I will not itch with this arm. And it takes a lot of practice, but start doing that and you can start changing all these things. Another thing you can do is, another aspect of this is stress. Stress will actually activate your central nervous system. So let's say nothing is happening to your skin. You're not itching it, nothing's happening, but you are stressed out. You can feel it in your skin. And the reason is because it turns on that feedback loop again. So this whole thing is called the itch-scratch cycle. And so when you're stressed out, it turns that back on. So what I want you guys to start doing is meditating, focusing on positive thoughts, changing your thought patterns, and creating new stories for yourself. I'm not itchy. I'm gonna stop itching. I've stopped itching. I don't feel the need to itch my skin. These two arms are separate. I will not itch my skin. I'm healing. My skin is healing. My skin is healing every day. So start doing things like this, and you have to believe. You have to believe. And if you don't believe me, go look up thoughts being able to change neural pathways. So nerve pathways, the way our brain is giving signals to our body. I also want you guys to work on your relationship between words of eczema and our feelings. If you hear the word itch, like you've been hearing in this video, I am sure you feel stressed out. So instead, every time you hear the word itch, I want you to think of something positive. Think of the beach. You know, that sounds a little bit alike. Itch, beach, you know? And if there's other words that trigger you in relationship to eczema, start just changing your brain's relationship between things. So, I obviously know this is a little bit woo-woo, but the other thing you can do is for at least a month, start patting your skin instead of digging your nails into your skin. It's going to allow for those nerves to grow back. You're going to be so much less itchy. So I wish you guys the best of luck with all of this. I know it's not easy, but you got this. So if you guys didn't know this or you're new to my channel, this whole channel is about eczema, and there's certain foods that can actually decrease inflammation, which we all know is going to help this whole itch scratch cycle. So go check out my videos. I have 5 best foods, 5 worst foods. I have so many videos related to that. And as promised, I have a free ebook called Itch Less in 3 days. It goes into meditation, journaling, talks about those foods that you need to avoid or add to decrease inflammation. And if you guys want that, it'll be linked down below, or you can type in coachmichellemills.com/freemium, which I'll put here. All right, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching that video. I'm now gonna go over all the different things that I offer and how I can help you further. So if you're looking for a support group, I do have a Facebook support group called Healthy Skin, Happy Living. It's an awesome community full of people all over the world. It's very diverse, and people go in and just ask each other, you know, I have this problem, is it normal, and am I okay? And so people will be like, yeah, I went through the same thing. If you need even more help than that, I do have coaching programs. It's for eczema specifically, inflammation-related disorders and diseases as well, and I help coach you through that. It is a very specialized coaching. There is a video on my website that goes in depth. So I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, I have a lot of stuff going on, and I can help you in such a large range of ways. And if you shoot me a message on Instagram, my handle currently is @MichelleMills_. It will be changing to Coach Michelle Mills very soon. Send me a direct message and I will add you to a support group messenger on Instagram. And everyone is amazing, still very diverse, very supportive, and I'll see you guys there. See you in my next video. Bye!
Crashing waves, I wanna see them at first light.